Hello and welcome to Our Dads Are Brothers Shark Week Special. I'm Nathan Tracy along with my co-host.
Bat Tracy, and today is the fifth day of Shark Week, and today's movie is Noah's Shark from 2021, and it was directed by Mark Polonia, I believe is how you would say his name.
Who's that?
I don't know, I've never heard of him.
Neither
This
have I.
this movie doesn't even I couldn't find a budget or any box office or anything. I think it maybe just went straight to streaming, or
Yeah.
if it was straight to DVD or whatever, or even like video on demand, like it wouldn't count towards the box office. So I couldn't find
Right.
much information about this. It doesn't even have a score on Rotten Tomatoes,
No,
critically or audience.
I'm pretty sure some bros made this and paid a little money to put it places. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's we'll get into it.
Yeah, so I was scrolling for shark movies and I found this on Amazon, also on Tubi, and
Yeah.
the picture looked great and the title and everything. I was like, okay, cool. This is gonna be
You
fun.
you told me the title over the phone, and immediately I was like, yes, we're doing that.
Yeah. And the picture's awesome too.
Yeah, so this movie's only 70 minutes long, but it does not go by very quickly. It is the longest 70 minutes of your life.
I actually watched half of it, and then upon watching the second half, my wife was in the room doing something else, and I was like, "Okay, cool. Only 34 minutes left." Like halfway through that 34 minutes, she, like I said, she's doing something else. She goes, "How is this not over yet?" I was like, "I don't know."
This is one of the, I'm just gonna say this right off the bat. This is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Oh, it was fucking horrible.
Yeah, it's a really fucking terrible ass movie.
Yes.
I like bad movies, especially bad shark movies, but there's barely any sharks in this movie even.
Well, there's so many sharks, but it was just the same clip over and over.
Yeah, and there's only like two parts.
Well, here, let me throw a quick synopsis. So there's this priest dude, like talks to this other priest dude that is more like he's a televangelist, and he's like, I got this book from this witch. Let's go find Noah's Ark. It says where it's at. Let's go find it. And then he's like, okay. Long story short, they go on this whole thing where they bring a camera guy and a bodyguard, and it's haunted by a shark and some creepies, and it doesn't end well for some of them. And that's the synopsis. But we should dive in the flow of this movie and how amazingly horrible this was.
Yeah, because this is just a terrible film. I
Yeah.
took one note.
I took tons of notes.
Okay, I about 10 minutes in realized, okay, so this is a bad movie, nothing's happening. So I just didn't take any notes. My one note, it's actually from the opening credits, and it's music by Ghost.
But I 100% assume Ghost did not write it for this movie. They just like stole it.
So the
Dude,
person's name is Ghost, I guess.
oh, there's a famous band named Ghost. I didn't
Oh.
know if it's a rock band, so I don't know. They might have just stole it. I don't know. Anyways, I put tons of notes. Let me tell you.
Yeah, go for it.
Opening 2 seconds, I wrote, "What the fuck is this?" the animation style of like the water was like just horrible. It was animation during the opening credits, and then the font choice horrible. I felt like I was about to watch Elf. It was like this like happy font, like little curls on the ends. I was like, what?
Yep. Yeah.
And then
I think it was trying
black.
to I think it was trying to give it like a biblical look.
Yeah,
but
and they failed
Yeah.
miserably. Yeah, then it cuts to black, and all of a sudden there's a scroll unrolls and it says Noah's Shark, and that was stupid. It was so
really stupid. And even the opening credit, like the title, the main title of the film, where it says Noah's Shark, it looks terrible. It wasn't even good.
does.
It wasn't even good.
I was telling Kaylee halfway through, no, it was almost over, and I said, I feel like I could have done better. And if I would have made this, I wouldn't release it. I'd be embarrassed for anyone to see this project. So the fact that they like went for it, oh my gosh.
I think I would still release it if I made this.
But you
But-
wouldn't not share it with your friend's family.
Listen, I wouldn't upload this to Prime Video.
No, it'd be like on YouTube and that's it.
I would put this on my YouTube channel and be like, hey guys, I spent a month of my life making this shitty ass shark movie just to say I did it. Here
Right.
it is.
Right.
It's not good.
Oh, 1 second. My grandma's calling. Hello and welcome to the podcast, Grandma. I said hello and welcome to the podcast.
I like how you said my grandma's calling.
No, it's fine.
It's our grandma.
Yeah, so it starts out this like home video of this priest father dude, and I will say he is the best of the actors, even though all the acting sucks. All the
Yes.
acting sucks.
Yeah, that is something I thought too. It's
Yeah.
like I was watching it, I was like, everybody in this movie is a bad actor except for this guy.
But he's
And
no, he's
and
still
he's
a
not
bad
even,
actor.
yeah, he's still a bad actor. He's just
He's the
not as
best.
bad.
He's the best bad actor.
Yeah. Me and my brother are better actors in Dallas Cialis on YouTube than the guys in this were, I think.
Oh yes, yes. Check it out, folks. Anyways, it starts out and he's like sitting there and he's hanging out at this house and he's about to do this exorcism, and this girl with her mom shows up, and the girl has her hair over her face, and it's like she's totally functionally totally, it was a bad thing. Well, and she sits down and she just says in this like creepy demonic voice, which again, terrible acting, something like spank me, and he goes, what? He's like, spank the devil out of me, daddy, or something like that.
Yeah, so as you may or may not know, I have a 5-star movie rating system and it doesn't go to 0. And I always say that's because a movie cannot be 0 stars because even the worst movie has one good thing in it. And this movie is the closest to a 0 star I would ever give a movie, except for that one line.
Yeah, it was something else. But
Yeah.
then they twist, like you're just like, oh, she's just this crazy like horny devil or whatever's in her, and she totally makes it seem like, because well, earlier he says like, he's like, yeah, I've tried everything with this girl, I meet with her often or whatever, and she's like basically says, do it again, like remember, like you always do this to me, and her
Yeah.
mom's like, oh my god, like they totally have sex. The mom like grabbed her and she's like, you're sick, and left. It was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I didn't really understand it, but I was like, so is the father a perv? Like, I don't get what's going on.
Yeah, because then the
It made
father's
no
like,
sense.
a good father the rest of the movie. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and his reaction to that was like, wait, what? We don't do that? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. So he goes and talks to this young hip tattoo, lots of rings, earring televangelist bro. He's like, yeah, I got this book of the Witch of Endor. And then he's like, tells him about it. He goes, yeah, I know this Witch of Endor thing kind of sounds something like Star Wars kind of thing, doesn't it?
Yeah,
And
because the planet Endor, the
yeah,
moons of Endor, which is
yeah,
where
so
the
he
Ewoks live.
yeah, so it's funny that he's just like, yeah, this Witch of Endor thing sounds like something Star Wars, huh? And I was just like, huh. But yeah, he's like, yeah, I got this book from the Witch of Endor, and it says like where the Noah's Ark is, and he's like, I got this plank out back, like somebody brought it back, and he's like, okay, let's go to it. And it's this long scene of them just walking through, I assume, a church or school or something, and they're just walking. They go through this door and they walk,
Yep.
go through this door. And it was like, okay, well, there's a plank there, and he like strokes it, has like a vision, and he goes, this board's not normal or something like that. And he starts like saying some like basically an exorcism to the board, and it starts on fire, and that fire was so fucking fake. And then all of a sudden it like starts shaking and rattling and then stops, and a mouse falls on the ground. He just steps on the mouse, he just crushes it, and the dude is like, what? And he's like, well, we can't trust anything or something like that. I'm just gonna rapid fire all these because I don't want to spend much time on all this, but there are funny enough parts that I
Yeah, go for
noted.
it.
They cut to the scene where the dude that brought that board back, fucking shark puppet attacked him. He had to like hack it with an axe. I think he bit his arm off, slash chopped his own arm off to get the shark on. I don't know. But then it
I'm
shows him dragging the board. His arm's just in the shirt. Like it was the worst fake no arm ever. Like, and that was the longest scene ever. It just kept changing angles of him walking, dragging a board.
This is a 70-minute movie that could have been 45 minutes.
But it felt like 170.
It really did.
Dude gets a chick to come with him as like a bodyguard. She keeps shooting this gun that's just like the stupidest gun. It's super small. It's a toy.
Yeah.
The sound doesn't match up. Like it's hilarious. She's a bad actress.
It looked like the gun that Will Smith uses in the first Men in Black, the one that Tommy Lee Jones gives him, and it's like this big,
Yeah,
it's like really
exactly.
tiny, the size of his
Right.
finger.
They're sitting there by the fire. It's day. It's daytime. Super bright. And there's like a sound in the woods. Turns her flashlight on and points it at it. It's like it's daytime, but okay. The best scene of the whole movie, this is a total fucking joke, is the underwater scene. When the priest just like holds his breath and like he's like green screen, like he's fake floating. He's just standing
Yeah,
there.
he's just standing there like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I literally burst out laughing for that because of how bad it was.
Yeah, he's
Not
just
how good it
standing,
was.
waving,
Yeah.
like he's just standing there waving his arms back and forth and like he's floating underwater.
Yeah. Last two notes, and then we're gonna wrap this shit up. So they're standing by the water because father went down, and she's like, I'll get you some water. And they're standing there, and the priest dude's like, I gotta tell you something. She goes, don't. And he goes, no, I need to tell you something. And then a shark attack. Shark takes her out, and then or him first, and then takes her out. So they're both, and then the father falls down, and the camera guy runs over, and he goes, "Father!" And the father goes, "Dead, all dead."
I loved his delivery on that line.
Yes,
Like,
and then while he's still
just
landing
zero emotion.
there,
Just
yeah, and then while he's landing there, this is the best about that zero emotion, because throughout the movie, it keeps cutting to these like witches, like these creepy ladies, just every once in a while.
yeah.
And so he goes, "You're not the witch of Endor, are you?" And it cuts to one and just goes, "I am Legion." Cuts to the other one, "I am Legion." Cuts to another dude, "I am Legion." Cuts to another dude, "I am Legion." And he goes, "I thought so." It was like, what?
Oh,
Overall, yes, I had a lot of notes. I will never watch this movie again in my life. I'm going to tell you, please don't watch this movie.
This is one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. I've seen a lot of really bad movies. This is legit bottom of the barrel that I've ever seen. Just from the production quality to the acting to the storyline. Like this was just truly awful.
Yes.
1 star.
If you've seen it, yes, 1 star. If you've seen it, let us know.
Did you like it?
Yeah, did you like it? Yeah, if you happen to see it or if you're going to watch it, let us know. Speaking
Oh
of,
my God.
hit us up, ourdadsbrothers@gmail.com. That's it for this one. I cannot spend any more time with this movie.
This movie, I hope people enjoyed this episode because literally, don't waste your fucking time on this movie. Your life is better for not having seen it.
Yeah, this episode of Shark Week. We're gonna just change it to Shitfest.
Shit week special.
No, the Shitfest special, because that movie sucked. And until next time, I'm Nathan Tracy.
And I'm Bat Tracy. And our dads are brothers.
That they are.
And this is Shark Week.
We should do another shark episode.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, when?
Tomorrow?
Okay. Bye.
Bye.